What is up, Gunpla modelers? This is Strider Prime bringing you a new edition of GundamCustoms. Today I am going to build the 1/100 scale Master Grade 00 Riser from the 00 Gundam animation series. This is actually my next entry for the New York Comic Con Anime Festival show, which they're going to present the Gunpla World Cup tournament. So far I've already have 2 kits completed, and I'm going for number 3. Now I did mention before that I was going to make the Unicorn SD kit, but I guess I'm kind of like want to finish this guy because I know it's going to take a lot of work for me to build. Now this is a custom video build, of course, and many of you may think that I may decide to do a metallic coated version of this kit. You know what? As much as I like my craft, sometimes I want to change it up a bit, and I guess I'm a little bit tired of making metallic versions. I will continue on, especially in the wing line, but for this one I kind of do like how the colors look, and I want to make it as a straight colored build, you could say. However, I do want to deviate from the current color scheme that you're seeing right here. Before I got this kit, I had to do a little investigator work on the possibility of painting this kit. And hold your breath, I'm not doing, relax, I'm not going to do this. I was thinking of actually making it as a Trans Am. However, needless to say, to make this kit Trans Am, the colors that's out there are not 100% accurate. Now, I tip my hat off to these guys out there that have actually attempted to make this as a Trans Am kit. Problem is, the colors does not look good by 2 factors. The actual blend of the colors will not look good because when you look at a Trans Am kit, if you squint in a way, it's actually a reddish, pinkish, purplish color type thing. Another thing, of course, is the fact that if you try to do it metallic, it'll darken the color too fast. And the whole purpose of the kit being Trans Am is to be illuminated, you could say. A perfect example, if you guys remembered in I think it was on Gundam Guy's website, somebody did the 00 Quanta when it went into quantum mode, and they put LEDs all over the place. That was near perfect to a Trans Am, but not complete Trans Am. So, since we're going to be seeing the Trans Am version of the 00 Riser, they're going to get the colors right. Now, you guys say, oh, I should do this. I should continue looking into this. To tell you the truth, I don't have time. I'm going to tell you guys I do not have time to actually look into creating this as a Trans Am kit. I'm just going to work with the basic colors. However, what I am going to do is I am going to change the color a bit, just a tad. Does anybody remember when they released the 1/100 scale no grade version of the 00 Riser? They made another one, the designer colors, which was basically a faded version of the blue, like a more lightish blue color. That I liked. And I am now considering of making this as the designer color version of the 00 Riser, if anybody remembered. I had to do a little work on that and see that the only colors I'm going to have to modify would be the blue and the red, because the red is very light, including the blue as well. Now the blue I can probably get away with because I have another color paint that I will show in a few moments. So without further ado, let's open up this box and see what we have to work with. Now I got this kit courtesy of Happy Link Japan. Actually, they didn't give it to me for free, I had to pay for it. But I immediately ordered this when it first came out. Give me a second while I adjust the camera pod. Alright. Now that's a kit. Never thought I'd see so many parts for this. Here's the polycap tray and the multicolor tray. There's the clear orange-ish canopy of the old riser and the body frame, the blade. There's this guy. There's actually there's two versions of this. I wonder why. See the decals and stuff. There's the entire tray of blue and charcoal. You can see the detail of the charcoal is amazing. Here's the other charcoal tree. Here's the red, and I think that's the only red I see there. So that's the only red and the only yellow. So I have very, very, very little parts to work with. Also, there's the head, the beam sabers, and all that jazz. Oh wow, a turquoise blue clear part. Here's the LED for the head. We're going to cover this in a few moments, so let's continue on. There's more clear green, and of course the clear, the actual blade of the weapon. It's pretty nice, pretty big too. More blue parts, especially for the housing of the GN drive. More of this. A lot of charcoal parts. Obviously, this pretty much makes up a lot of the inner frame. Here we go here with the inner frame. Wow, there's a lot of parts of the inner frame. More smaller, trimmer white parts here. And wow, more inner frame. Obviously the circles here represent the actual GN drive housing. And there's the GN drive parts here and on the side, plus the GN blades. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work here. Let's get the manual out and let's put all the parts back in. Now you guys know my MO. I'm going to begin removing all the parts, classify them by color. And begin working on each one of these parts, you know, cleaning, washing, and then preparing to prime. So it happens I got myself some more primer. Okay, let me just move this out of the way. And let's review the manual. Dengeki's Hobby issue of, could be July's issue. Some pictures, some kits. Oh, I remember this. This was the one where it came with this Zaku to Char's Converge kit. That's actually cool. I like that. Integrated G room. I wonder what that is. Somebody explain this to me. Oh, okay. There's the Double O Quanta after the events of the movie, of course. So, if anybody likes that movie, too bad for you. Ah, some sort of card. Don't know what it is. Oh, it's obviously something in Japan. Yeah. Wow, thick book. I have to say. More thicker than what I've been working with. Brief history of the 00 riser. Also, I should have mentioned that this kit also comes with not only the GN drives, but the GN condensers. We'll cover that in a moment. The part tray list here. And the tools that are required. This page covers the head, which immediately covers the build of the I thought it was going to be also including the GN the LED. I think we passed that over here in the previous page. No big deal. But over here you see the head. Oh, there's the battery. Yeah. Then you have the body unit over here, which covers clearly a page. Moving on to the arms, and then the leg unit, followed by the waist unit, the backpack, which houses, of course, the GN drives. Here's a great picture of the kit in action and how it looks, especially with armor off. Here's a paint guide right here for those of you who want to paint it. Continuing on with the backpack, then we have the weapons, placement of the weapons and how to set them up. Then you have the build of the O-riser here, and the side binders. Then the GN Sword 3. They should add, since they were making a lot of the GN swords from Dengeki Hobbies, they should have done the same thing with the with this as a master grade. I don't know why they didn't do that, but it would be nice if they did as a supplement part. I can imagine some companies making the weaponry as resin kits and making you charge a good 30 or 40 bucks each. Continue on, of course, on how the placement of the weaponry and how the setup of the O-riser until you make it into the, of course, double O-riser and give it that look. And of course, the placement of the decals or decals. Perfect picture of what we have to work with. Now, let's summarize what I'm going to do. Obviously, this kit is not going to be metallic. It's going to be a straight color build, meaning I'm going to use the basic colors. But for the most part, it is going to be painted white, and I have a lot of it. So, the white will be painted white. Fair enough? So you guys understand that. Yellow. I do have yellow someplace around here, but I can't seem to find it. I will dig it up in a minute. Now, here is where I will have to discuss about the blue. Blue, as you can see there, is a good, nice, royal blue. The basic standard color of a Gundam kit. I, for one, do not have any royal blue. I don't know why. I may do, I just can't seem to find it. I have so many other clear blues that I don't really need it. And I have this blue, but this blue is too dark. So I would definitely have to get navy blue. If I was going to do the metallic, I'll have metallic blue like you saw in the Desai Cal. But I'm not going to go there. Instead, I'm going to get, once I get my navy royal blue, once I get the royal blue, I will then color match it in a way by applying a little white and lightening up the blue so that way it gets the designer color that I need. Another possibility that I may use this blue, because this one's royal blue, or it's called brilliant blue. I have very little of it, so I may not use it or not. However, in the end, the one blue that I want to use happens to be this guy. Sky blue. This would perfectly match, as you could see right there, the designer color option, because if you remember the designer color, it was very faded blue type color, and I really like that one. And I may darken it up a bit, who knows, but I would definitely want to try. I'm going to test this out and see how it looks. the same thing is going to go with the red. Now I do have red, and what I'll do is I'll balance out the red. As a matter of fact, no, that's not red. As a matter of fact, I'm going to balance it out by adding a little bit of white, just so I can lighten up the pigments. I have gray, but I may use metallic gray. It'll look appropriate with this, but I have no idea yet. So that's what I got. That's what I'm going to work with. Let's begin building 00 Riser.